All right, today we're going to unlock a little piece of mental magic. It's a way to multiply by 12 that honestly feels more like a cool party trick than an actual math problem. So, you know, let's put it to the test. So, take a look at this number, 342 times 12. Quick question for you. Could you solve that in your head right now? No pen, no paper, no calculator. Yeah, for most people, that's a really tough ask, right? You've got to remember all the carries, multiple rows of numbers. It's a serious mental workout. But what if I told you that you already have the perfect calculator for this exact problem, and it's built right into your brain? What if there was a system? I'm talking a simple, almost elegant two-step rule that makes this whole calculation pretty much effortless. A method that just flips the switch from mental strain to lightning-fast mental speed.
Well, guess what? There is. And today, we're going to learn the secret. It comes from something called the Trachtenberg system, and it's their specific rule for multiplying by 12.
Now, this isn't just some random trick I found online. It actually comes from a whole system of mental math that was designed for one purpose: to make complex arithmetic incredibly simple and fast. The whole goal is to reduce that mental load, and believe me, the rule for 12 is the perfect example of how it works.
And here it is, the big secret. The rule is just one sentence. Ready? Double each digit in turn and add its right-hand neighbor. That's it. I know, it sounds almost too simple to be true, doesn't it? So let's break down what that actually means.
Okay, to make this crystal clear, we need to know two key concepts. First, the digit. That's just the number we're currently focused on. Second, the neighbor. That's the number immediately to the right. And the most important thing, the golden rule here, is that we always work from right to left. All right, theory is great at all, but let's see this thing in action. We're going to go back to our original problem, 342 times 12, and solve it together step by step. Okay, first things first, this is a crucial little setup step. To make sure we don't mess up the very last step, we're going to put a 0 in front of our number. So 342 becomes 0342. Think of this little 0 as our safety net. You'll see exactly why in a minute. All right, here we go. We're starting all the way on the right with our first digit, which is the number 2. So let's apply the rule. We double the digit, so 2 becomes 4. Then we add its neighbor to the right. But wait, there's nothing there, right? So we just treat it as 0. That means 4 plus 0 is 4. And just like that, boom, we have the very last digit of our final answer. It's 4. Easy enough. Now let's move one step over to the left. Our next digit is the 4, and its neighbor, well, it's that 2 we just worked on. We use the exact same rule. Double the 4, which is 8, then add its neighbor, the 2. That gives us 10. Okay, so now what? Whenever we get a two-digit number like this, we're going to write down the last digit and carry the first one. So we write down the 0, and we just mentally hold on to that 1. Keep it in your back pocket for the next step. You can see our answer is starting to take shape. Okay, next up is the 3. See? We're getting into the rhythm of it now. Let's do it again. Double the 3 is 6. Add its neighbor, which is 4. That gets us to 10. But wait, don't forget that 1 we were carrying. So we add that, and it brings our total to 11. Same deal as before. We write down the 1 from the 11, and we carry the other 1 over into our final step. And now for our final digit. Remember that little 0 we added at the very beginning? Well, this is its moment to shine. This is where that 0 becomes the hero of the whole story. The rule still applies, even to the 0. Double 0 is, well, 0. Add its neighbor, which is 3. Then we add that final 1 we've been carrying this whole time, and that gives us our final number, 4. And we just place that 4 right at the very beginning. And there it is, our full answer. 342 times 12 is 4,104. And think about it. We did that with absolutely no complex multiplication. It was just a simple process of doubling, adding, and carrying. That's it. So why on earth is this so effective? What's the trick? Well, it's about replacing one really difficult mental operation, multiplication, with a whole series of super easy ones. And what makes this rule for 12 so special, even inside the Trachtenberg system itself, is its simplicity. Other rules in the system, like for multiplying by 7 or 8, they often involve extra steps, like having a number or subtracting. But the rule for 12? It's just beautifully direct. It's double and add. That's it. This unique simplicity makes it like the perfect gateway into the whole world of mental math. So now you have the tool. It's your turn. Try it yourself. What is 523 times 12? I bet you can do it right now, right in your head. And, it kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? If a problem that seems this complicated has such a simple, elegant solution hiding in plain sight, how many other challenges in our lives are just waiting for us to find the right rule?